Hey, good afternoon, Russell and Mrs. Atkinson. I did a short market analysis on the property at 197 Tapwood Lane. And so let's kind of just dive right into this and go through it, make best use of your time. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And so here we've got the subject property at 197 Tapwood Lane. I'm going to go look through some of the pictures and commentary on them as well. So I love the driveway. It's nice and flat. It's big. It's long. It's also not cracked. So that's huge plus is there's not a lot of cracks in there. Sidewalk looks like it's in good shape. The front yard is nice and open. The grass looks like it's maintained. Not the highest quality trees, but not bad trees at all. And they are trees. So that really helps. In San Antonio, we want as much shading as possible. So right off the bat, the house looks great. Everything about the house, I like the brick, I like the windows, the double garage doors, very nice. It looks like there's a lot of distance too between those two houses, or the two houses, house on the right, facing away from the house, and the house on the right of our view actually looks pretty good. Not quite as much space, but definitely pretty decent. Flooring looks like it's high quality flooring. Really like that. I think they redid that fireplace. It looks good as well because the fireplace and the countertop area match. Countertops are good. The paint looks really good. It looks like it's got a half bathroom as well. Yeah, it's got a half bathroom. That's huge. Okay, so we got that. And it looks like it's been remodeled as well. Breakfast area looks nice. I like the stainless steel kitchen appliances, and I do believe that they go with the property. So it looks like we got relatively new appliances. That sink area looks really, really well. Again, kitchen looks nice and open. I like the finish out that they've done on this property. Bathroom looks good. That looks a little dark blue, but it's not that big of a blue item in the bathroom, so I think it's probably going to look okay. Dining room area. And they do have the flooring throughout all of it. Would love to understand how much they put into that flooring. Floors can go from like $5,000 to $10,000 up to $65,000, depending on the quality of the flooring. Mostly, I think we're probably looking at a $15,000 to $20,000 floor on there. Like the bathroom area, the double vanities, and it looks like it's an upgraded, if not granite, then a man-made material. The shower stall looks like it's a good size, and also you can, if you look hard, you'll see that there's not any water spots, and that's generally where we find that there's not a water softener or there's not a well-maintained water softener. In San Antonio, we're going to get a lot of calcium in our water. The tub looks like a nice standard high quality tub. Really pleased with that. Don't know if that woodwork is part of the wall or if it's part of the bed. I'm going to assume it's part of the bed. Again, painted good colors throughout. Looks like it's a good quality paint job. I'm thinking this is the master. You've got lots of countertop space. Backyard looks kind of different. I don't see many of these types of backyards. One or two in the last several months. I don't know if that's a dog run or if that's just like a beach area for the kids to play in. Maybe it might be something for the kids to play. Rest of the yard looks good. I definitely would plant a couple of trees if you were to go ahead and purchase something like this. Lots of decking. One thing you want to consider on decking can be in great shape, and so if you maintain it, you can get a good life out of it. If the decking has not been well maintained, it'll deteriorate really, really rapidly. So decking is something that to be concerned about or cautious about. The fencing looks older, but it does look like it's in good shape. So I'm not really worried about the fencing. Okay, so that's our subject property. And so from here, we're gonna, oh, also notice that the square footage is 1852. And so it's gonna be the smallest of all the homes that we're looking at right here. And so what I did is I searched all of the homes in the area that have sold in the last 3 to 4 months. And it's not a big list, but then this is also a very small specific area, which really comes in handy. Some of these neighborhoods are huge. They're hard to maintain. You get a good, big traffic pattern. I like a neighborhood like this that is smaller and does allow for more kids playing on the street or walking the neighborhood without worrying about ongoing traffic. So one of the houses that sold recently is this house. Here's the first one, and it's on Notchley, 185 Notchley. The original asking price was $299.9. List price stayed at $299, and it sold for $315. Square footage was substantially larger, about 600 square feet, and we did have $4,000 in seller concessions. That most likely was money given to the sellers for their down payment or for their closing cost, actually. House was on the market for 10 days. So that they had a fair representation of people, probably the first 5 to 6, 7 days. You're going to get a lot of offers on the property. Mostly at that point, you're going to get your highest offer. And so they would accept it at that. So a 10-day time on the market's not a long time at all. And then they closed a couple months ago. So 105% of asking price. It did sell VA, and it was $124 a square foot. So that's actually looks like it was a really good deal. And then we're going to take a look at that as well. So it's a one-story. One stories are going to have more value than 2 stories because it's a wider market. More people are in situations where they need a one-story. It's got a good yard. It's got a good driveway. It could use a tree. Interior looks well finished out. Flooring looks good. The tile looks good. So if we kind of flip through this, we can see that the house was well maintained. Countertops. It looks like it's a man-made material, and it's got that farmhouse sink. So it definitely was an upgraded kitchen. So it's a smaller kitchen. So that's one of the things we want to keep in mind as well. And it's not a big open square footage type of a kitchen. Nice utility, lots of built-in shelving, which nowadays built-in shelving is not as desirable as it has been in the past. Okay, so continue through here. Hard surfaces throughout the house. Kind of a funky bathroom, if you ask me. It looks, it's probably well done, but they sacrificed a lot of countertop space to get this look. Bathtub looks like it's a decent bathtub. That looks good. And a smaller shower. Nice countertop space on this bathroom. Backyard definitely could use some help. It's in tough shape. Okay, so that's that one there. And again, it was on the market for 10 days. It sold for $315,000, and it was 2,414 square feet. We're going to go to the next house, which is 217 Notchley. Now, they started at $315,900. It ended up selling for $330,000, and it was 2,340 square feet. So it's still a much larger house than our subject property. And if we look down here, it's got multiple offers on. They had to do a cutoff on Saturday, April 16th is when they stopped taking offers. And then the highest and best offer won. And when you read the descriptions, you'll find out that it's completely remodeled. They went in, well, meticulously maintained. That's a given. The wood laminate flooring's down. The island kitchen granite is granite. Stainless steel appliances, recessed lighting, new AC, new carpeting throughout the upstairs. The laundry room is upstairs. Huge master suite with a separate bath and tub. Really, looks like this was well done. really well done. And when we look at the pictures, we're going to see the same thing. It's got a good driveway, not as big as most, as the subject, but it looks like it's in good shape, good foundation, nice trees, nice shading, nice yard, good flooring throughout. Apparently new, because all the flooring's new. Kitchen's nice. It's got that island kitchen. That's a huge plus. Nice cabinetry. Yeah, it might be a little dated, the flooring right there, but I'm sure it's in good shape. Looks like the walls were painted nice, good trim work, separate tub and shower. Lots of cabinet space on that double vanity. Step-in shower. Nice vanity in the secondary bathrooms. Wood deck, once again, on a wood deck, it can be fantastic or it can need to be ripped out. On this one, I'm going to say it's probably a grade A for what they got and the way the house was presented and marketed. I think that was great. Great big backyard and with trees. And you can see that the sun's not cooking the yard. So this is really a really good property. So I'm going to say this is probably the very best of the best. It sold in 17 days, went under contract, it was off the market in 17 days. So they must have had a bunch of showings and they continued to collect showings or collect offers for a while and then took the very best one. And that's how they got their price of $330,000. Okay, so with that in mind, if we look at all of these two subject property, the two comps and the subject property, I think the subject property is significantly overpriced. At $161 a square foot, they're hoping that people just go by the list price of the asking price. So I would suggest that we not come in at a full price if this is something you wanted to look at. So we're going to move this information into the program that I utilize to help set values. And this is what we do is we get the address, it comes up with the property. Then we set like local market conditions. I've got it super hot because everything we're going to go against is going to be multiple offer situations. The home exterior in the subject property I've got is really good. Home interior I put as superior. You could even mark that up as superior. Then as far as the lot sizes, it's probably standard. The view maybe a little nicer, but probably standard. And then privacy, it looked like it was standard. That being said, the price that I come up with is $295,000. And now that is really pushing. If that's the house you walked into and you went, oh my goodness, I got to have it. I got to beat everyone else on it. I would recommend a $295,000 offer. I don't really believe they're going to get the $299,000 that they're asking, but as a quality listing agent, I think they put the pricing just right. Even though I don't think I would go more than $285,000 on that property. I think I would back off some of the values that we've got here. But really, the 285 number is what I'd be comfortable offering. Now, again, no matter what you offer, the VA is going to, the appraiser is going to come out. He's going to look at the same comps that we just looked at, maybe a few more or less, but he'll come up with what I believe to be the same number. So even if we came in at 330,000, your VA appraiser would come back and go, no, it's not what it's going to be, and he will drop it down. Which is some of the things we're going to be fighting when you're making offers is we'll be up against other agents or other offers that are conventional or cash or conventional with large down payments and or with appraisal waivers, which we cannot and will not do with a VA. We're not going to do an appraisal waiver because that appraisal is there for you in your benefit. So that kind of lets you know where we're at on that. I want to work with you guys. If this is something you're interested, if this house is something you're interested in, we can set up a Zoom meeting, a virtual meeting, and then go from there and look everything over and come up with what we think would be a good offer. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my short tutorial on how we price properties. And every home that we come to, this is kind of the scenario that we will go through. I'll create the video, create the pricing structure, and then send it off to you so you have a chance to look at what I'm looking at when it comes to pricing properties. In my next video, right down over here, it's going to be a review of the paperwork and the forms that are going to come into play when we find the house that you're interested in. I'll be creating or drafting an offer. I'll be sending it to you. If you want to take a minute or two and watch this next video, it'll walk you through the steps of the paperwork. And then, of course, the steps that we're going to take is we make the offer. We have an option period for 10 days. We get the inspectors out there for the 10 days. During that 10-day period, we do the inspections. And if all goes well, we're great. And if not, then we back out or we renegotiate the price depending on the condition of the property based on the inspector's report. All goes well from that stage, we order the appraisal. The appraisal takes 2 weeks. Once the appraisal comes in, most likely it'll be a little higher than our offering price, that if that all goes well to the plans. So we'll have some room in there. And if at that point you want to get the seller to kick in a little bit for your closing costs, we can play with the numbers and make some adjustments so that you have money for the to help assist in your closing costs. But that's really a secondary item. Then the day before, we do a walkthrough. We make sure everything's exactly the way we expect them to be. We get the keys. We go to the title company to close. We sign a mountain of documents, and then the home is yours. And that's pretty much standard how it goes through. If you have any questions for me at this point, do not hesitate to reach out and give me a call. And I'm proud to be working with you guys, and I look forward to meeting you all in person when that day comes. Thanks. Bye.